Hello Facebook, how are you? I am doing a Facebook Live tonight again on Instagram. I wanted to hop on real quick. If you are watching live or the replay, I have about 15 minutes before I have to get to my Top Earner Club webinar with Ray Higdon, and I believe my good friend Eugene is in the hot seat tonight on this webinar. So anyways, long story short, hey Eugene, I was just saying that I have to go because I have 15 minutes before I see you on our webinar tonight. So I wanted to hop on and give a couple quick Instagram tips to you guys tonight because I helped someone with this today. So I figured I would share the love. I know I'm live outside of the challenge, Eugene. It's crazy. I'm literally doing this for Jeff Gilbers that told me I had to. I'm doing as many lives as I can. It's nuts. It's a new me. Okay, so how many of you guys have ever been on Instagram, you've posted something that you thought was amazing and nobody said a thing? Or like you asked a question or did something in a caption where you just got no response, right? You got nothing back. Or you got a whole lot of comments, but they were auto comments, right? Like thumbs up emoji or the little cool shades. That's the one that pisses me off the most, right? The little cool shades. I'm like, what does that even mean? I don't know. I don't get it. Or like, great picture or cool photo, dude. I got that one today from like some travel photographer. Anyways, how many of you guys, yeah, I see some hands up, right? So many lame-o comments. So many lame-o comments. Yes, Eugene, I will see you in a little bit on our webinar. So I want to help you with that today. Are you guys ready? I'm going to go through very, very quickly 3 tips plus a little bonus that you guys can use to write captions that engage people and actually have a meaningful conversation. Quick before I start though, if you haven't listened to my podcast, I've been doing a ton of Instagram training on my podcast. And the reason why is because A, it's super popular, B, I love talking about it, and C, I am helping you guys out to prep you for a course that I have coming out next week. Yep, I said it. Mark your calendars, January 28th. If you are on my email list, you're going to get first dibs at a special version. You're gonna help me craft an Instagram course that is going to meet all of your needs. It is crazy. So the course starts February 3rd, which I think is a Sunday. I think I have that right. But I'm going to start opening the gates for that course January 28th. So you will have a week to sign up for that course, okay? So you need to get on my email list at sorayagoddard.com if you would like to raise your Instagram for the year. How many of you guys would like to make sales in your network marketing company off Instagram? How many of you guys would like strangers to be responding to your stuff and asking you if they can buy your products or your business opportunity or whatever you're selling? If that is you, go get on my email list. Okay, now that that is out of the way, I'm gonna give you 3 quick tips. Number 1, the most important thing that I can help you with is that you need to understand that Instagram captions should be you telling a story, okay? You should be telling a story. You should be telling a very clear story about something that has happened to you, something you've experienced, something that you've learned, something that you are going through, something that you've understood now in a different way. All of that needs to be out in your Instagram, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use that caption space to tell a story about something. All of your captions should be stories, and I have just figured this out in recent history. I struggled with this for a long time. So if you're like, really? I can't just say something funny? You can, but what you're gonna do if you just say something funny is you're gonna miss an opportunity to get people to know, like, and trust you a little bit more deeply, okay? And that's really what you want. So you want to think to yourself, what am I gonna help this reader with? What in my caption would grab that person so they would feel like that caption mattered, okay? What do they care about? Who are you talking to? What do they actually care about, right? So tell a story. And if you have no idea who you're speaking to and you have no idea like what to talk about, that's okay. Just tell a story and then sign up for my course when it comes out next week and I'll walk you through that and we'll figure that out. But in the meantime, just tell a story. Pick a story, any story about you and your life and something you are going through, okay? And for those of you guys who have fears around opening up your life and being vulnerable, oh man, you gotta get over that like yesterday if you really wanna connect and make sales. Because think about it, all the people that you follow, that you appreciate and you love and you follow them to the depths, They tell you stories about their lives. Like, you know, like what their deepest fears are, and you understand things that go wrong in their lives, and you've seen the highlights and the lowlights and all that stuff, right? You feel like you know them. You feel like you know them. It's because they tell you stories. It's because they tell you stories. So number one is you've got to create connection through stories. Number two, after you figured out that you have to write a story, you need to write it ahead of time. The worst time on the planet is to pull up your photo, edit it on your phone, and actually write your caption as you're posting it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's like writing a book report 5 seconds before it's due. Don't ever do it, right? Or writing your dissertation the week before it's due, whatever, right? Don't do it. You got to write it ahead of time, okay? You got to write it ahead of time. There's a million ways you can do it, but write it ahead of time and then save it, right? And then paste it into whatever you are posting, okay? So that is the key. What that's going to do is that's going to give you a little bit of time between when you write it and when you post it to objectively go back and read your story right before you post it and say, does this make sense? Is this storytelling understandable, right? And if you struggle with writing and if you struggle with telling concise stories, again, this is something I'm going to help you guys with in this Instagram course, but have someone else take a look at it. Have someone that you trust take a look at it, or write 75 of them, right, over the course of the next 2 months, and then just start using them here and there and testing them and see which ones actually garner feedback and engagement. Okay, so that's my next tip. Write them ahead of time. The third tip is write them in your authentic language. So many people turn robot as soon as they get online and they decide that they want to speak like a marketer, or I don't know, some weird thing that isn't authentic to them. I have a voice, you have a voice, our voices are uniquely different. So you should be writing your caption as if you were talking to your BFF, whoever that is. Hey girl, I cannot believe what happened to me today. Let me tell you. That's the kind of verbiage, like if you use that in real life, that was supposed to be my phone. That was my 1990s phone. That was me calling my BFF. Use the same language that you would in real life to write in your caption. So there are probably words that you use that I don't. There are probably words that I use that you don't. There are sentences that I would write that you probably wouldn't write. So find your voice. You can tell when you study major influencers on Instagram who have a million people, maybe not a million, but like people who have in the 500,000 follower range, somewhere around there. They have a very clear voice. You can almost tell without even looking at their picture who is writing the caption. You want to strive for that. I am striving for that right now. I am refining my voice, so don't think I have it all pegged. I am still refining and learning, but I'm going to share this all with those of you guys who really want to dive deep. Okay, you ready for a bonus? I'm going to give you a bonus. This bonus right here, this bonus tip is going to help you. This is like probably worth $1,000 right here, no joke. Okay, you want to save this video or share it or something like that because you're going to want to go back and take notes on this. If you don't know how to tell a story in your caption, this is the general format. Are you ready? You want to start with a problem or a struggle that you've had. Then at some point, someone introduced you to something that helped you get over that problem or that struggle. So you were struggling with weight fluctuating up and down and left and right, and you were gaining all sorts of weight and you felt terrible and you didn't know how to get it, and you tried fad diets over and over and over again, and someone shared with you this magical shake, and you were skeptical at first because you were like, I've tried shakes before and I don't really like them, and they taste chalky, and I don't want to be on some fad diet. But you gave this one a chance because she was your best friend, and lo and behold, you lost 45 pounds and now you've kept it off for 3 years, right? That would be the intro to the story, where you've had a problem or a struggle, someone helped introduce you to a solution, and then what happened is the third part of the story. What happened, like what were the results that you got out of that story? And then here's where it gets good. Here's where people miss the crucial part of the story. Something happened externally, right? In my example, the lady lost 45 pounds or whatever I said, I don't remember. But there's an internal transformation as well. So she had the external where she lost 45 pounds and she kept it off for a year, but there's also an internal transformation where she got her confidence back and her deepest, darkest fears of would I ever lose that weight went away. And she got sexy again in her mind, which affected everything in her, in her entire life. And she showed up better as a wife and showed up better for her kids and showed up better for her job. And now she can fit in her jeans again. And it is the best feeling in the world. And she wants that for you, right? So I know that's like a crazy off the cuff example, but I'm gonna go over that one more time. So it's problem, struggle, who introduced you to the solution, what happened, the external solution or the external transformation, the internal transformation, the actual change that happened, and then if it's applicable, and you can transition to a call to action, what that would look like is, and I want that for you too, or I know how to share the same thing with you, or I know how to get you there as well. So if you're struggling with this, reach out to me, right? You can figure out whatever that call to action is that now I've figured out how to do it for me, I can help you get results too. That's the last part of the story. Okay, guys, I hope that was really helpful. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. I think I did that in record time. If you've thought that this was valuable, I would love it if you would share with your teams or your business groups or just your friends on your page or whatever. That would be amazing because I really enjoy teaching this kind of stuff to people. So again, if you're not on my email list, go to sorayagoddard.com and just opt in. Or if you want to go to sorayagoddard.com/podcast, I am giving away a really cool cheat sheet over there, and then it also has the links to subscribe to my podcast. So go opt in because I'm emailing my list the morning of January 28th, and I'm going to let them know how to get into the beta course that will blow your mind and take your Instagram from blah to getting actual clients and customers. Okay, how does that sound? All right, awesome, good, Melissa. I hope that helped you guys. Again, share this if you thought it was helpful, and I will talk to you later. Bye.